There we go. And here we go. We're about to get right into the action in a minute. 1 minute. We're gonna get someone into the booth as we speak. And we'll bring in we'll join, and this is gonna be delayed a few minutes, but expert prediction going into the game is going to the game right now. We have 4-3 Wolves, so that's kind of the thing right now. I think the Wolves, they're looking. The Wolves, I think they're overhated. Like I said before some tragic events happened. They're overhated. You can't, just because they lose some games doesn't mean they're bad. Yeah, you have to look at the numbers, and the numbers tell you that they're a great team. That's all you can really say.
Oh no, the stream ended.
Again?
It says it's over. It just stopped for me.
Again?
Why do I have NBA TV purchase? I never bought NBA. What? It said I bought NBA.
No, we're good. We're good. No, I can't have stream up today because it's work. But we're about to get right into the action. You can join. You can just go in the club.
You should invite me to the game.
Well, you don't really have, you can just go in the club, and then you go join private game. You don't have to use it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's where I've had most of my games now for a long time.
Wait, profile? Wait, how do I do that?
You have to go in the club.
How do I get to the club?
Right, it's like profile and then club.
Oh, manage club.
Right, you have join private game, and you'll probably see the Dragons Wolves game.
Oh. Huh. I did not know that.
Okay, we'll be getting into the action in just a minute. What's your prediction? Who's gonna win?
I got Dragons by 2.
Dragons? Okay.
By the way, the Guardians lost to the Bombers today.
The Bombers, they're the hottest team right now. That's all you can really say.
They're now at
they're over 500. They've won their last 4 straight now. And let's get right into the action. Taking a look at the teams right now. Junker, Midi, Chipper, the Dragons, Hound, Poncho, Buzz. Pretty low profile lineups, but still that allows us to see a little bit of some new action. We haven't seen Buzz too much this season.
Is this stream rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, it is rolling. I don't know what happened. It ended for me.
And here we go. Midi. Right now, Midi has something to prove. Hound tries to get hit, but Junker is an underrated player. We haven't seen too much of him. And Poncho, nice shot. That's a deep one. Deep shot there. Junker pretty much just set it up, and Hound got the assist there, but I don't know how much he really did to that. But great sap relief, and 1-0 Dragons. And here we are. Wolves are already looking to tie it up, and it's Midi. 2 goals in the first minute.
I think we'll see that play even more tonight.
Yeah, it's a pretty overpowered play, and the defense still have yet to adjust to it. And overall, though, right now, when we're taking a look at both the Dragons and the Wolves right now staying with the best point differential, and sitting with They're tied for the second best defense and the fourth best offense. And Poncho puts the second goal in. This might be a high-scoring game here. It's not looking like these defenses are going to really show up today. But Bombers actually emerging into the scene, averaging now almost 4 goals per game. That's going to be something to really talk about. Especially it's going to be once we get to Thanksgiving RLAIS games. There's going to be tons of games that day. I think every team plays on Thanksgiving. So this is going to be that's going to be a pretty huge event. And Chipper over the middle. Hound. Right now. Looking great. Hound picking up their first save of the day. Opportunity over in the middle. And that's an own goal there. Chipper getting goal credit. What happened here? Poncho just set it up. Chipper. It wasn't going to be a goal until Buzz out here just trying to throw. And now it's a tied 2-2 game. 3 minutes to go. Nice kickoff for the Dragons. Someone's going to have to get in net. Chipper's in net. Nice center. No one's there though. He's now sitting, just settling in net. Go bites. And the Dragons are able to keep this offensive possession alive. And 2-2 game midway through. Midi. Buzz, nice defensive play there. Here we are. Junker, what is Junker doing? Midi with the, no one was in net. What happened there? We have to get a replay of that. Junker, kinda, both Chipper and Junker is a bit towards the ball, and that's kind of just what happens really when you get wide open net just like that. No one. And here we are. Over the middle, 2 minutes to go, 3-2 game, Dragons are up. This has been a great game so far. Yeah, it's been a lot back and forth. Hound, nice save there. Potential defensive player of the year. Front runner. We kind of have to see some more play out of him before we know for sure. But he's having a pretty okay game. 1 goal in the day. Not too much else. Chipper though, 1 for 3. Buzz, nice deep shot, too high though. And the Wolves are looking to probably score here. Pretty. Uh-oh. Chipper, Poncho, goal, 4-2 game. That's kind of what it's like right now. That's a deep shot right there. And when it's like that, when you're all in on offense, when you get a deep shot like that, that's 100% a goal, 100% of the time, and that's a big problem really. These defenses aren't quite built for it. They need
to see how they respond to that demo.
And two goal game right now. The Wolves are gonna have to score really quick, and they might get an opportunity right now. But no one was really there. They need to score really quickly. If they don't score soon, they're in big trouble. And they just... Oh, Buzz, nice save. Nice save. You didn't really get credit there. This game It's gonna have to come down to a miracle at this
they
point.
keep hitting
Midi
the crossbar.
too high. This game is looking over. Dragons, unless something crazy happens here, they need to go off the kickoff. 4-3 game.
They hit the crossbar like 4 times in the span of about 10 seconds. I don't know how they managed to do that, but I think it's over.
It doesn't look very good unless you go off the kickoff and the game's over. Dragons gonna win. Big win for them. The Wolves, they're falling to 10-7. Meanwhile, the Dragons, they're moving up to 11-6. Just one game back on the Guardians. So that is something to note. But our next game, we're moving on. We'll talk more about this game in a moment. But we have Seekers and Express. So, taking a look at the stats from last game while we Poncho actually getting a hat trick. We failed to know that. Poncho, second hat trick of the season. And Hound on the other Hound, he didn't get any goals like he usually does, but he has his signature stat line: 0 goals, 2 assists, 2 saves, 1 shot. And he's a great team player. He is a phenomenal team player. And that's kind of just a result, really, of and that's why he could get the sportsmanship award, really. And you really have to commend him for his play. And looking at the Wolves, Midi kind of leading the team: 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save. I think Wolves outshot the Dragons 5. I think it was 8-5. But the main difference is that the Wolves, they couldn't even make half their shots. Meanwhile, the Dragons went 4 for 5. So that's something they're definitely gonna have to work on going forward. So what are your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a pretty good game by both sides. I mean, obviously, offensive Wolves was getting their chances. They just couldn't capitalize on anything, which I think, well, I know that was the difference in the game.
Yep. And moving on now, we have this is in what stadium is this? This is in oh yeah, this is in the Express Stadium, and Express play at DFH.
Nah,
DFH.
Seekers are home, I think. I think Seekers are home.
No, the Express are home.
No, I think Seekers are home. They're left side for... Like, Wolves were home last game. Seekers are home, and then Monarchs are home.
Oh, so it's the top team?
Yeah.
Well,
if you put it on horizontal, it's left side. It's really confusing because you usually think it's like them at that stadium, but they didn't do it like that.
So this is actually in the Seekers Stadium, and the Seekers, we get to see them play in Deadeye Canyon Oasis again. So this is gonna be a pretty Deadeye Oasis. Have seen many primetime games today, and here they are. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna drop my prediction. We're gonna drop our predictions before we get into it. We'll give it in a moment. I honestly think I think the Express are gonna win this. I think Seekers. I get the Seekers. They have a great defense, #1 defense in the league. We're tied number 4 defense, but still, I think their offense is it's terrible. Number 22 in the league. Meanwhile, the Express, they're kind of middle of the pack for everything. They don't have a great offense. They don't have a great defense. But what wins them games is just being complimentary on both sides. So I think overall, I'm gonna go the Express. I think they're gonna win 4-1. What's your prediction?
I mean, you look at it, Express are that better team, but however, I see the Seekers with that better defense coming out on top by 3.
Well, by 3. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. But Beast, Armstrong, Imp starting for the Seekers. Boomer, Buzz, Samara for the Express. This is.
If you look at it, Armstrong and Buzz used to be teammates.
This is the Pioneer rivalry, and not to know, this has a ton of history because this has been known to be a very close, very physical rivalry. And Beast leading off with a goal. What happened there? That was a bad own goal. It's great center, but Samara, what were they doing? I think that's some bad situational ball right there, and that's gonna send them up early. If you can give Seekers a goal, they have a great defense, which we've seen falter against the now hot Bombers, but ooh, Imp again. Nice save by Buzz. Buzz. That's something you rarely see. You usually see those great saves with the larger cars, something similar to Beast. Well, that's pretty crazy. Beast actually is staying with 1 goal, but hasn't even taken a shot yet. That's pretty crazy. Beast, deep, just off. Imp, goal, 2-0 game.
Samara needs to step it up if he wants to keep that role as a defensive guy.
I think Samara. I think this is the main mismatch really, because Samara. I don't know why he's been playing defense so far, because when you think Boomer really should be in defense compared to Samara. Samara's a smaller car. They're more known for their offensive plays. Just doesn't quite make sense. And speaking of Samara being offense, and nice shot by Boomer.
They defended that high center, but unfortunately, just hit it right into Boomer.
Yeah, and here we are, 2-1 game. This is a great way to really start a very heated rivalry game. We haven't seen any demos yet, but it's Boomer. Nice save by Beast. Beast getting their first save of the day. Probably gonna see at least another one from them. So far, well, I can really gather from this so far. Big crucial errors, but Boomer again getting their 2nd goal of the day. Again, 2 people
pass for the demo.
See that the demo play. That's get the demo there. It's game over, but what's Imp doing in net? Interesting maneuvers. King Boomer is taking over this game though. Taking 5 shots though.
That's a huge clear. He won't get credit for a save or anything, but that very well was a saved goal.
Oh, Samara! Great save there. That takes a lot of coordination. Boomer getting a save.
We have seen 6 saves in the game so far.
As expected, this is a really great defensive game.
And we've seen 12 total shots on goal.
You kind of have to panic. Is it really on a great defense, or or is this really offensive ineptitude? Because these teams, they don't have the top offenses in the league.
Yeah, but some of those chances have been absolutely insane. It's just been good defense, I think, because there have been a lot of good shots taken.
Uh-oh, Samara. Can Express take the lead? 3-2.
Looked like Armstrong had a chance, but did he back away from that?
I think, yeah. I think Armstrong just gave up. You usually don't see that. He did get traded from the Rovers the other day.
I think there was a chance he didn't want to get hurt there. I think he didn't want to get demoed there. He's dealing with some nagging injuries, so maybe that was a...
Armstrong and Imp both getting saved.
This is why they have the #1 defense.
Oh, whoa, what happened there? Boomer hat-trick. What?
As I say that...
Imp accidentally hit it in.
That has to be one of the
unluckiest.
I said they had a great defense, and then they do that. That's my bad.
That's just unlucky, though. That's just really unlucky. They've been. It's hard, really, because when you've taken 9 shots, something's gonna go in eventually. And Beast 1-goal game now. Now it looks like these defenses now are a little bit... They're just being persistent, just grinding really up. With how persistent these offenses are, we've seen a total of like 15 shots this game. We still have a minute to go. So you're going to eventually see defenses break down, and that's going to allow for some goals. Which is not what you want if you're the Seekers. You usually want to see a low-scoring game.
Oh, a huge blocked shot there.
Can they make it? Can they make it 5-3 here? Armstrong hits it away. Nice play.
There's a chance to be a goal.
Uh-oh, can the Seekers tie it up here? The Express defensive unit coming out. Samara. 30 seconds remaining. The Seekers are kind of just sitting there. They need to get back on offense quick. Allow themselves a chance to get into overtime before it's too late. And Buzz, they need something here. They need a big clear. That's game. Boomer, 4th goal of the game.
Yeah, Boomer, 6 shots on goal.
Having a great day today. 613 score. That is an indication, really, of great play by Boomer. This is another game, really, where Seekers offense, they're just bad, so they can't hold up with them. Just a mediocre offense, just like the Express.
I don't even know if I want...
Yeah, it's pretty true, honestly.
How many shots on goal? 7 shots on goal is still a very good amount in this league. Unfortunately, the other team made 4 saves. Absolutely insane. And then 10 shots, and then 5 saves from the Seekers. That is a huge offensive game, but also defense as well. Played even better than those offenses.
I think the defenses right now, I think they kind of have something to really figure out, really. It's just an unlucky game, really, for the Seekers. They're going to have to go down. Seekers are falling again. They're going below 500. 8-9. And Express are now 11-6, which is actually way up there now. They're leading the division by 2 games still. Got to feel good to be a fan for the Express. But now we're moving to Monarchs versus Rebels. And here we are. Monarchs, they're coming off of pretty big win recently, and they have plus 19 differential, which is really good. And they're 11-5 right now. I think they have the Rebels, and meanwhile the Rebels, they're second in the division. They could be leading the division with a win. So what are your thoughts about this game?
I think this might go down. And you can call me crazy for this type of game. You could call this an overreaction. However, I do think this could be one of the biggest games of the year. Why do I think that? Rebels, one game out of first place. If they win this game, they will be in first place over the Skyhawks in the division. They are tied in differential right now. So if the Rebels win this game, they'll be, even if they win by one, they'll be +1 differential over the Skyhawks. However, if the Monarchs win, it'll put them in a better position and extend their lead. And if they, let's say the Monarchs lose by 4 or lose by 5, they'll be in second place. Even though the Monarchs are the better team on paper, I think the fighting chance, I think the Monarchs might just be playing not to lose. I think the Rebels are going to win this game by like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5. I think this is going to be dominant by the Rebels.
Honestly, I don't think that way really. I think the Monarchs are one of the best teams. I think they're easily a top 3 team. The Rebels.
With that being,
I think it all comes down to the Rebels' defense. Really, they have a top 10 defense. Their offense.
That's true.
Their offense is not really that good. I think the Monarchs. They're top 10 in both metrics. I think. Honestly, I'm just not really a believer in the Rebels right now. The Rebels, they're a year away. They're just rebuilding, coming off of a bad last season. If they win this game, that'd be great. But honestly, I'm gonna go Monarchs. I'm gonna have them win by 3 goals.
Honestly, I could totally see that happening. I do think the Monarchs are the favorites. I could see them. I would not be shocked if they won by 7 tonight. But I do think the Rebels are going to come ready to play. I think they've got a lot of talent on this squad, and I think they can actually pull ahead, even though they are worse offensively and defensively. I just think you can't win them all. Monarchs are doing great, even though they've got, I think, the best differential in the league. I don't know if they can do it.
Well, going before today, they had tied, but now, if you bake in the Wolves loss, yeah, they have number 1. I think really home crowd too. When you're playing in Utopia is a really difficult place to play in.
Oh, that's true.
Utopia Coliseum. The crowd gets loud there. You know, you all hear it. You can hear it from miles away even sometimes, even in the playoffs. So you just need to really figure out, we'll be starting in a minute. But here we are right now.
Utopia. This is one of the most iconic venues in all of Rocket League. It's great to be here.
And here we are.
If you look at the roster,
Foamer,
Hollywood,
the Monarchs, Rebels, Salty, Hollywood, Marley. What are you going to say about Hollywood?
Hollywood, like we discussed in the THP podcast, make sure you start listening to that. We have some good information about the RLAIS. Hollywood really excels the team around him. But
Foamer. I think Foamer is a dark horse contender, really, for an award because he's played great ball sometimes. Like, he's definitely an up and down type guy. He can either do absolutely nothing or he can drop like a 5-goal game whenever he wants. So,
poor kickoff.
Already a 1-0 game for the Monarchs. Just an early goal, and this is the final RLAS game. Over the middle, nothing.
Myrtle, one of the better guys in the league too, if you really think about it.
I think Wolfman. I'm a big Wolfman fan. Wolfman doesn't get too much respect. We haven't seen him too much though.
Yeah, you've heard the takes. People think Wolfman is a system guy, good in a good system, but I think he's good on his own too.
He's had his moment. Foamer over the middle, too high, and that's not gonna get. And that's gonna get knocked away. 1-0 game still. And here we are. Hollywood having a little bit of a quiet start, but not as quiet as Marley. Marley gained one touch, and that's kind of it. Nice save by Salty, getting them on the board. Myrtle over the middle.
What is he doing? He's I think Marley's playing for the other team.
Marley's gonna have to get their act together. This is I think the first time we've seen Marley off season. They've been hurt. Hollywood over the middle. Myrtle almost hit it in. Luckily it's too high.
Well, a big passing play. Oh.
This is the Rebels type of game, and it's a 1-1 game.
You look at it, Hollywood with the assist. You even though it's technically a pass from the other team, he excels the players around him. Him being with his presence on the field really helps out all of his teammates, and I think that happened right there. Just his presence there fooled the defense, thinking he was gonna shoot. It really helped his offense.
Hollywood does not do well in assists per game. He averages less than 1 assist per game, and that's the main issue, though. Is that I think he leads the league in stolen goals too. There's a lot of debate really about him, but it's currently still 1-1 game with 2 minutes.
A long time.
This is the Rebels game right now. It's a really low scoring game, 1-1. They can easily score. Just Myrtle!
What a save!
That is one of the greater saves we've seen this season.
Oh, Hollywood gave it to
driving 2-1 game. Myrtle with a crazy save, and then just turns around and then scores. Foamer with the assist. Nice play there. And the Rebels are still in it. It's a low scoring game, so as long as they keep playing good defense, besides this, they're still in it. All they have to do is score 1 goal and it's tied back up.
Oh, nobody home.
Here we are.
I think it comes from kickoffs. The Rebels have been pretty bad on their kickoffs today. I think 2 of them have led to some good possession from the Monarchs. I think if they can try to limit that after the next goal.
Hollywood over the middle is a 2-2 game. We've finally seen something of Hollywood this game. They've been having a quiet game, and then they have the game tying shot. Goal 1-1. No, 1 minute to go. Still a lot to play for. So we could see an overtime game. I wouldn't be shocked, but I wouldn't be shocked if someone scores again. Hollywood is driving up. Salty over the middle. Rebels take a lead.
And that high center just gets by both Wolfman and Foamer, and I think that was going to go in even if Salty was not there. That thing had the backspin and was carrying right towards the net. I think Salty just wanted to make sure.
Great play right there. Good kickoff. They could... nice play by Salty there. Monarchs are a little bit of some trouble right now. Salty over the middle. Wolfman, nice save, and that's gonna be a game changer. And now the Marks are in prime position to score. Oh, what is Hollywood? Here we are.
Oh, he thought Marley was gonna hit it. I think he was ready to go the other way.
Okay, we're 3-3 game. 30 seconds to go. Foamer, nice save there. It's more than likely going to overtime unless Foamer pulls some magic.
It's
Marley,
up in the
nice
air.
save. Hollywood knocks it away. This is going to go to overtime, and we're seeing an overtime classic for the last game.
And if you look at that, Rebels had a chance to get a good clear, but right before time ran out. And it was lucky for the Monarchs.
And here we go. Salty. Can they already win it here? Myrtle sitting in that, just waiting. Have an opportunity. Uh-oh.
Oh, a pass! Hollywood went for boost instead of the ball.
They already had like pretty much max boost too, so that's an interesting move there. Myrtle. Marley. Hollywood though!
Hollywood.
Whoa, we can't get a replay of that. We just saw that live. Wow. Hollywood.
Oh,
What
no.
just happened there? Wolfman. Nice center, high center too. Foamer.
Oh!
Game! Monarchs survive against the Rebels. 4-3 and the crowd is loud. 4-3. We saw an overtime classic today. Foamer with the game-winning goal, getting MVP too. Nice play there. The main difference really... What was the main difference in this game?
I think it was capitalizing on the chances by the Rebels. Monarchs capitalized on almost every chance they had. I mean, you look at shots and you're like, oh, 4 goals, but you had 8 shots. Well, a lot of them were like rebound shots. A lot of them weren't great chances. They capitalized on the ones that needed to be scored. The Rebels did not do that.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can really say about this game. So, other than that, that's how to close it off.
And real quick, let's acknowledge Marley, 3 saves on the day. Had a good
was
fight
off
for
to
the
a
Rebels,
terrible start. Marley was off to a terrible start, but finally found a way to really play a role, and he decided to go defense today in a game where we haven't really seen too much of Marley. So we're gonna cover some around the league stuff before we shut down for now, and we might a Fortnite stream might have to start up apparently, but let's just talk about what's going on around the league. What are your thoughts about today's games?
I thought this was a good slate of games. Maybe not the best you've ever seen, but it was surely an entertaining bit. I'm sure everyone who watched had a good time. I think these were more important games. You'll see as the season goes on. We've still got 90-something games left, but as the season goes on, we'll start entering the dog days. But those dog days of the year are going to be the most important ones because that's when you can really get caught off guard, and that's going to be coming up. We've been just about a month since the season has started, and I think if players don't get worn out, I think there's a team that can go on a huge run, even from the bottom. You can't let up now, and I don't think any of these teams let up now, and that's a good sign moving forward. That
is very important. The Bombers, they're a hot team right now. When you think of the Cyclones, they're a tiny bit cooling down as we speak. They've lost their last 4 or 5 now. But the Seekers, they're on a 5-game losing streak right now. That is not something you want to see. And the Knights, I think the Knights are finally they've been struggling, but they've won their last 3 or 5 now. They're finally winning some games. They picked up a win today. They beat the Cyclones 3-2, which big win, coming off of a pretty bad loss against the Mammoths in overtime.
And then shout out to the Rovers. Well, they have not let them slip away despite losing 10 of 11. They've won their past couple games. They're now 7-10, and they're not out of it, especially in that Group D division.
Remember, on Thanksgiving though, there's gonna be a huge RLAIS marathon. Many games gonna be happening that day. I think every team is playing, if I'm hearing the schedules reading correctly. But
yeah, we'll have to wait and see till we get there. I think it's gonna be a good day of RLAIS.
Taking a look at some potential matchups leading up. We have Monarchs Skyhawks. That could be a great game. Hedgehogs Force. This is kind of Rovers Guardians. This is kind of a bit of a down week, really. We have Bombers Dragons. That's going to be one of probably the better games this season. Same thing. Mammoths and the Wolves. That's a pretty big divisional game. 1 and 2 facing off. But the Blacklight same with a -16 differential. That is something really to talk about. But do I have any last thoughts?
I don't have anything else.
Hey, that's gonna be it then. We're gonna have huge games. So, other than that, I think we're gonna close it there, and that's it.